I'd like to ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
Actually, perhaps another time. Adelaide Oaks, isn't it? I received your owl.
Yes, I'm Adelaide Oaks. Oh dear. You see, My Uncle Roland is a metal trader who's quite well known in the goblin community. He normally sends me owls every week when he's on his business travels. In his last owl, he alluded to dealings with those radical goblins, Ranrock's loyalists. It's been ages since that owl and I'm worried. What with the troll attack on Hogsmeade and the rumours that goblins may have been involved, well, I'm fearing the worst. Should I be worried about my uncle, or am I overthinking this?
I think you're right to be concerned, Adelaide. Your uncle may be in trouble.
You're much more understanding than Professor Weasley. She heard I was going to look for him and forbade me from leaving the grounds. She's convinced he can handle himself, but I can't concentrate on anything until I know he's all right. Could you try to find out for me? From what I hear, you're almost as adventurous as Uncle Roland.
Has your uncle traded with many goblins?
Yes, for ages. Even speaks gobbledygook. But he only recently mentioned Ranrock's lot, insisting the galleons were worth the risk. He does it for me. Between robes and supplies, attending Hogwarts costs a fair sickle. And besides that, Uncle Roland has expensive taste. He's sacrificed so much for me over the years. I promised him that as soon as I finish Hogwarts, I shall be the one taking care of him.
I take it you and your uncle are close?
We are. My mother died when I was born, and I lost my father when I was 5. Uncle Roland's looked after me for as long as I can remember. He knows I get anxious when he travels, and that's why he sends me all the owls, to let me know that he's all right.
I'll try and look into it for you, Adelaide.
Thank you. He's very thorough in his record keeping, notes all his trades in a journal, makes maps. In fact, in his last owl, he drew me a map of his next stop. He'd planned to set up camp north of here. I do hope you're able to find out where he is. Thank you again for any help you can provide. It's never been this long. I just know something's happened.
I'd like to retire to Hogsmeade one day. Open a pub for future Hogwarts pupils with tales of my childhood. I think Feldcroft's been getting attacked by Ranrock's loyalists. You'll not find me there anytime soon. I heard an ex-Auror lived in a hamlet. Wouldn't be surprised if Professor Baker...
It's a relief to finally have an answer as to why that...
I hope Adelaide's Uncle Roland is all right. She seems very worried. Adelaide mentioned her uncle's camp may be near Brockborough, past the river. Revelio.
Goodness,
Why
look how
you don't just get a
fast they-
snitch from inside?
Could this be Mr. Oakes' campsite? Ranrock's loyalists, just ahead. Should I take them by force or be discreet?
I've been fighting since before you were born.
I'll find you.
Flipendo!
I don't think you know.
Confringo!
Not quite.
Flipendo!
A human. A human.
Confringo! Flipendo!
Was that your best?
Expelliarmus!
You can't stop us.
Defendo!
You won't stop me.
Flipendo! Flipendo!
Not quite. Kill spell.
Levioso! Defendo! Confringo!
A missile.
Levioso! Expelliarmus! Levioso!
Put me down.
Levioso! Levioso! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Defendo! Levioso! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Now to find out what happened here. Confringo! Confringo! Mr. Oakes' trade journal. Adelaide said that her uncle kept notes of his trades, maps. Perhaps these landmarks will lead me to him. Confringo! Levioso! Confringo! Mr. Oakes' trade journal.
Others had better not be. Come here, crap mate.
That is display. That goblin elm you pilfered.
Afraid to take a hit, are you?
Expelliarmus.
Confringo! One less poacher in the Wizarding World. Confringo! A rock formation. That's the first landmark on this map. Now to find the crooked tree. I know a Merlin trial when I see one.
Reparo. Reparo.
That's that. Settled.
Revelio.
I tell you this. Hogwarts is lucky they've got come out and find you.
Flipendo! Confringo! Defendo!
What?
The beasts are safer now.
Confringo! Confringo! Flipendo! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Defendo! Defendo! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Revelio.
A crooked tree, just as the map said. The crumbling tower shouldn't be far from here.
Famous for someone having a pet troll and not much else. Flipendo! Confringo! Defendo! Expelliarmus!
Rookwards don't go down easy.
Confringo!
Flipendo! Where's that goblin helm, you little thief?
Incendio! Defendo! Confringo!
Could it be a Merlin trial?
Confringo!
And the crumbling tower. The spot on the map should be directly south of here.
Revelio. Revelio. Confringo.
These rocks have seen better days.
Confringo.
These Merlin trials won't get the best of me.
Levioso. Confringo. Levioso. Defendo.
What do we have here?
Defendo. Confringo.
I don't like the looks of that encampment. I may have more luck higher up in the keep. This castle's hiding.
Show yourself!
Confringo! Levioso!
A ladder. That's what I need.
Revelio.
How nice of you to stop by.
Confringo! Defender!
Anywho, what's that? Who's there? I could have sworn I heard something.
This is the spot on the map. Best have my wits about me.
You can't stop us. This is almost too easy.
Protego!
Impressed?
What will we find in here?
The area's still clear. Somebody there? Hello?
Someone's here.
Levioso! Confringo! Defender! Expelliarmus!
It looks as though Adelaide's instincts were spot on.
Ranrock has fooled you all, to your demise. Confringo! Alohomora. Expelliarmus! Confringo!
Didn't touch your pen. Thank you for making me the first object of your suspicions. Friends are now, don't I?
A human word is worthless. This prisoner owes us the metal
Confringo! Defendo! Expelliarmus!
I won't rest. Dead.
Confringo! Expelliarmus! Defendo! Leviosa!
You won't run away. Why have you not run away? All defense and no offense. Are you quite finished? Always.
Expelliarmus! Defendo!
I could have been dead. You tear me out there. See that?
Confringo!
You won't get away with that. I shall have...
Expelliarmus!
A boiler door. How to open it?
You've one less follower, Ranrock.
Brother who works at Gringotts. Couldn't pay me enough to sit behind a desk all day.
Leviosa! Confringo! Defendo! Confringo! Revelio.
What's down there?
Levioso. Speliomus. Confringo. Levioso.
Not quite.
Expelliarmus.
Oh, that was meant for me.
Levioso. Expelliarmus.
You won't stop.
Levioso. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Revelio.
Hello? Mr. Oakes?
Yes, I'm here. They've taken my wand. This cell has an enchanted lock. I have experience with these locks, but I need my wand if I have any chance of opening it. Look for a boiler door. I've heard them speak of it.
I need to find Mr. Oakes' wand. Where could it be?
Here. Confringo.
One way or another, we'll get one through.
I will make you.
You think this is funny?
I won't rest. You're dead.
Oh, little moon calf. I've been fighting since.
Expelliarmus, Defender. Confringo.
Hastily diverted.
Expelliarmus. Leviosa. Confringo. Defender. Leviosa. Confringo.
I won't rest until you're dead.
Leviosa. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Defender.
I will make you pay.
Expelliarmus.
I won't rest until you're dead.
Leviosa. Confringo.
Red Rockwell unite! One now!
Expelliarmus. Confringo. Defender. Expelliarmus.
What an unfortunate day for you! You won't get away with that.
Confringo. Expelliarmus. Defender. Confringo. Leviosa.
You only have Ranrock to blame. This must be Mr. Oakes' wand. Perhaps now he can set himself free.
Confringo. Revelio. Confringo.
Oh, you found it! Pass it to me! Hurry! Before they come! I must get out! Hurry! Oh, my wand! Oh, thank Merlin! Thank you! it! I found my wand and... Wait, you're a student? Oh, we must get you to safety immediately. It's dangerous.
It's all right, Mr. Oakes. I've dealt with these goblins before.
Dear Merlin, you're either very lucky or very talented. Well, how did you find me?
I'm a friend of Adelaide's. She was worried about your business with Ranrock's loyalists.
Oh, she was right to be. I couldn't go through with the agreement, and when I told them, I ended up blindfolded and behind bars. Been locked in that infernal cell for so long, they'd forgot I was even there. I overheard things. If only I could reward you for what you've done. Blasted goblins stole every knut on me. All I can say is thank you, truly.
You mentioned you overheard things.
Sad tale, really. I think I know where Ranrock's unfortunate vendetta against wizardkind began. Although dragon breeding was outlawed by the Warlocks Convention of 1709, Ranrock stumbled upon an illegal dragon camp. He was young, found the creatures fascinating. He'd visit the camp in secret whenever he could, never making his presence known. After weeks of sly surveillance, he finally summoned the courage to speak to the wizard in charge. Ranrock wanted to join them, and the creatures. The wizard happened to drop his wand. Ranrock saw an opportunity. He picked it up, went to hand it back as a means of introducing himself. The sight of a goblin with a wand sent the wizard into an instant rage. He beat Ranrock nearly to death. Ever since, Ranrock has despised wizardkind, sees us all as cruel.
Am I right that you speak gobbledygook?
Unbeknownst to Ranrock's fiends, I do. I've always had an affinity for goblin culture. Knew I wanted to be a metal trader ever since I was a lad. It wasn't easy learning the language. It's complex, and my memory's as weak as my knees these days. But after decades working with fine goblin folk, I grew fairly proficient. At least, I'd like to think so.
I'm grateful I was able to help you, Mr. Oakes. Adelaide thinks the world of you.
Oh, and I her. She's become quite savvy to my trading habits, always analyzing my detailed owls. Oh, if only I hadn't resorted to trading with such fiends. A lesson I shan't soon forget. Having my wand back is like being reunited with an old friend. I must return home and inform Adelaide of my safety. Will you be all right?
I'll be fine, Mr. Oakes. You get back to Adelaide. I assure you, her worries outweigh yours.
Oh, I'm anxious to see my dear niece. And then I plan to travel far from here for my next round of trading. Thank you. May life reward you justly for your deeds. Be well, my friend.
Mr. Oakes was lucky. Ranrock's lot would never have freed him.
no better than that by now. We've all told you before, and look what happens when you don't listen.
Confringo! Expelliarmus!
Off on another adventure, are we?
You're back! Nice to see you again. Nice doing business with you. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Revelio.
I'll fix him, that charm grinder.
Glad you came.
Hello, Serona. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgok?
I did, thank you. We had a good conversation. He sends you his best.
Glad to hear it. I shan't ask for details of your little chat, and I'll refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be, whatever your plans.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something?
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favour for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I don't believe I've met Mrs. Sprottle.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stayed with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
Why does Mrs. Sprottle keep a supply of Wiggenweld potion on hand?
Dot's a skilled potioneer. She's been supplying travelling vendors with Wiggenweld potion. An ordinary precaution that has, unfortunately, become a necessity, what with Ranrock's loyalists disrupting the trade routes.
Why did Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle have your box of letters after all this time?
It's one of a few that I had when I was young. Dot found it when she was clearing out a closet. Can't imagine what's in there. Probably terribly theatrical. The ramblings of a teenage witch and her friends. You're welcome to take a peek inside, if you do find it. To be honest, I'd imagine it contains some lovely memories.
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me, and to Dorothy. Aidan was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it. You'll find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade. Please do give Dot my love.
Seeing you again. Extra, extra.
Hengist of Woodcock.
Worked in the mines at one time or other.
Who lived here, I wonder? Ah, Upper Hogsfield. Now where to find Mrs. Sprottle?
Bardolph Beaumont should have returned by now. Had by dark wizards he was.
Excuse me, did you say something about Bardolph Beaumont?
I did. I don't think we've met. I'm Dorothy Sprottle. I was just worrying about Claire Beaumont's brother Bardolph, only he's gone missing. Rumour is he was seen in the forest. Magic. Saw him myself near some ruins with Rookwood's lot, I did. I fear he got himself into trouble with the Ashwinders, especially if he made them a promise he couldn't keep. I'd help search for him myself, but no one will risk encountering Ranrock's loyalists. They seem to be everywhere.
Why would Bardolph want to get involved with the Ashwinders?
Oh, he had a terrible run-in with Ranrock's loyalists. Changed him. He vowed never to feel powerless again. I think he sought the Ashwinders out to learn their secrets. Victor Rookwood, at least, seems somehow immune to Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think Bardolph may have simply run off?
No. Bardolph's run that shop with Claire his entire life. He'd not give it up for anything. He swore he'd be back in a fortnight. My instincts are that he's been held captive, or worse.
I can certainly look out for him.
Any help would be appreciated. You might speak to Claire first. Perhaps she has some insights that I don't. I can tell you that Bardolph was last seen in the forest wearing a particular woolen jumper, one that Claire knitted herself. Claire will be at her shop if you'd like to speak with her.
This looks intriguing.
Revelio. Levioso. Expelliarmus. Accio. Levioso. Defendo. Expelliarmus. Levioso! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Defendo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Levioso!
Past the river near the forest. I must be on the right track. I should invest.
Expelliarmus! Confringo! Levioso! Confringo! Defendo! Expelliarmus!
Is that a huge with jumper? That must be Bardock.
Confringo! Expelliarmus! Defendo! Expelliarmus!
Bardock's woolen jumper. I'm not sure Madame Beaumont would want to know what really happened to him. This mentions in theory, and something about it being Bardolph's turn next.
Confringo!
Everything's all right now. Do cooperate, won't you? There. I'm not going to hurt you. Now, I'm only trying to help. I'll look after you.
Levioso! Confringo! Revelio.
Upper Hogsfield. Now where to find Mrs. Sprottle?
I do hope my brother is all right.
Madame Beaumont, I believe I have some news of your brother.
Adolf? What do you know of my brother?
I regret to say that Bardolph had been turned into an Inferius, and I had to kill him.
What? But how could you possibly think that an Inferius was my brother Bardolph? That's absurd!
He was wearing a woolen jumper, hand-knitted.
No. This can't be.
I'm truly sorry. I wish it had been better news. I wish you well, Madame Beaumont.
What more could I have done? Oh, Bardolph! Bardolph, my dear, dear brother.
Come now, don't be stingy.
I couldn't help but overhear. Did you mention Ranrock's loyalists?
I did. My apologies. I've not been myself since we last met. Ranrock and his followers have set up camp here. No regard for our beloved hamlet or our livelihoods. Ruthless. It's Ranrock I have to thank for losing Bardolph. If only I could somehow rid our hamlet of these monsters. I'm simply at my wit's end.
You said Ranrock's loyalists have set up camp here. Where, precisely?
To the south, across the river. Last I heard, there were several loyalists in each camp. I won't go near them.
Why don't you simply leave the area for now?
Upper Hogsfield is my home. Bardolph and I grew up here. I can't believe he's never coming home. Part of me wants to avenge the loss of my brother, whilst another part of me simply wants to hide.
I'm unfortunately quite familiar with Ranrock's loyalists. Perhaps I can do something.
Much as I would love to be rid of them, I wouldn't want you to risk injury, or worse. Please be cautious. We should not have to live in fear. This is our home.
It seems as though things are getting worse. Best be on my guard.
How nice of you to stop by.
One of Ranrock's camps, exactly as Madame Beaumont described.
Over here!
Expelliarmus!
I will make you pay.
Confringo! Leviosa! Confringo! Expelliarmus!
quiet enough. You will regret such arrogance.
Leviosa. Expelliarmus.
Little magic.
Confringo.
And you
Expelliarmus. Leviosa.
I won't rest until
Incendio. Confringo. Defendo. Too late for you to learn the error of your ways.
One camp down, one more to go.
how nice of you to stop by.
Incendio.
How nice.
Leviosa.
That was pitiful.
Leviosa.
You're the one who released Oaks.
Expelliarmus.
You won't be able to stop the rotten violet.
Defender. Confringo. Expelliarmus.
No!
Leviosa.
Really, it is.
This is where you will
Expelliarmus. Flipendo.
When are you going to get that student defeated our encampment in the tower?
Confringo. Defender.
One less human to worry about. Someone
Flipendo. Confringo. Flipendo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Defendo. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio.
A castle. Must have been.
Expelliarmus. Flipendo. Incendio. Confringo. Flipendo. Expelliarmus.
I won't rest until you're dead.
Incendio. Arrestomus. Confringo. Ranrock has fooled you all, to your demise.
Both camps cleared. Madame Beaumont will be glad to hear that.
Confringo!
Seems pleasant.
I do miss the bustle of business.
Hello, Madame Beaumont. Good news. I was able to clear out Ranrock's camps.
You cleared them out? How?
I managed to catch them off guard.
Oh, I wish my brother could have done what you did. Perhaps he'd still be with me now. I'm especially grateful. You did, for Bardolph, what I could not. You saved our hamlet, my young friend. This will not be forgotten. I fear for other hamlets, truly. Ranrock and his lot are unlike any goblins I've ever seen.
What do you have for sale?
What are you looking for exactly? Thank you. Sincerely. Thank you for passing through. What are you looking for exactly? I do appreciate what you went through to find my brother. Thank you. Marvellous. I could always use more of these. Thank you for passing through.
Revelio.
I still can't believe that Bardolph has joined the Ashwinders.
Aloha Mora.
Again bringing
Revelio. Aloha Mora.
What do we have here? A demiguise. prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
Revelio.
Professional Quidditch matches.
Abandoned long ago, no doubt.
Confringo! Arresto momentum. Levioso! Expelliarmus! Confringo!
Oh, here's a pleasant surprise.
Confringo! Confringo!
Merlin himself would be proud. These rocks have seen better days.
What was that?
Confringo!
Thought we'd forget about that goblin helm you stole.
Arresto momentum. Confringo! Arresto momentum.
You can feed a beast, or it can feed you, if you get what I mean.
Looks rather dark in there. Never stopped me before. This place has seen better days.
Anything to do with the dark arts should be avoided. It's too risky.
Anything to do with Salazar Slytherin is worth the risk.
I can't agree. And I'll not say a word more. I'm sorry.
I won't give up.
What were you and Ominous speaking about?
He's being ridiculous. Apparently Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here in Hogwarts. Ominous swears it was used for the dark arts, so he wants nothing to do with it. I reminded him that Anne needs a cure. This scriptorium could hold the answers we need.
The dark arts do pique my interest.
There's more to dark magic than people realize. The Gaunts know this. Better than most. Perhaps I've spoken out of turn. Ominous's family history is personal to him.
I'd like to know more about it if you wouldn't mind telling me. I won't repeat it.
Very well. But do keep this between us. Ominous learned dark magic from his parents. Are you familiar with the Cruciatus Curse?
What does the Cruciatus Curse do?
It's known as the Torture Curse. Crucio. It inflicts intense, excruciating pain on the victim. Apparently, his parents and older siblings had no qualms about casting it on muggles for sport. Ominous described the sound of the victim's cries as horrific, so the first time he was asked to cast it himself as a child, he couldn't bring himself to do it. As punishment, his family cast it on him. The anguish was so bad that when asked to cast it again, he relented. I have repeatedly assured Ominous that he did what he had to, but he still hasn't forgiven himself.
How horrible. Poor Ominous. He was only a child. He shouldn't blame himself.
After that incident, the rift between Ominous and his family only grew. That is until I came along. Every moment he isn't at Hogwarts, he's with us in Feldcroft. Ominous trusts me. And more often than not, he winds up listening to me. I'll remind him of that when I follow up about the scriptorium. Watch for my owl. I'll have news soon enough. I'll make Ominous understand. He'll change his mind.
Reparo. Confringo! Confringo! Confringo!
Revelio.
A castle. Must have been quite stately in its time.
What will I do without her? New instruments, sorry.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade? Abandoned long ago, no doubt.
Over here, quietly. I am glad that you received my owl. We need to stay low and remain quiet.
Natty, what's going on? Why are we all the way out here?
As promised, I did some investigating to find out what Harlow is up to. I followed him to the Hog's Head. I noticed him reading a letter. All I could see was that it was signed by and bore the seal of Victor Rookwood. And one other thing. Harlow mentioned you to his colleagues. They did not mistake you for someone else, did they?
No, they didn't. Rookwood and Harlow are after me.
Why did you lie to me? And what do they want with a Hogwarts student?
Professor Fig told me to keep things quiet, but I know I can trust you, Natty. Rookwood and Harlow want something Professor Fig and I found at Gringotts.
When were you at Grimgott's?
Just before I came to Hogwarts. In fact, it's why I was late to the sorting ceremony. A portkey brought us there after the dragon attacked our carriage.
What on earth?
There's one more thing. It's a bit odd, if I'm honest. Professor Fig says I have a rare connection to a powerful form of ancient magic.
Is that the magic you used fighting the trolls in Hogsmeade?
I think so. I'm still learning, but I can see traces of it. And I've cast magic I can't otherwise explain. I know it's a lot to take in.
It is. And I will have more questions. For now, it's safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us, to all of us. And we can help to take them down for good. That letter is the tangible proof that Officer Singer needs. It is why I followed Harlow here and why I wrote to you. I need your help to retrieve it.
Can't we just bypass Officer Singer and go directly to the Ministry?
Do you think they will listen to a student? Only Officer Singer can start an investigation. The Ministry will come in later.
You seem to be very determined in stopping Rookwood and Harlow. Why?
I knew men like him in Uganda. I know how bad things can get if they are not stopped. It's a long story, one I promise to share when we have more time. For now, let's do what we came to do.
I'll help you find the letter, Natty.
I'm glad to hear it. First, we must access the castle keep. I'll check the main gate, see if you can find another way in. I do not see any guards, but we should still try to be as quiet as possible. Harlow is here after all.
Revelio.
I wonder what that does. Well, that didn't work. Perhaps something with a bit more force.
Depulso.
That did it.
Expelliarmus. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Levioso! Confringo!
I need to find a way into the gatehouse to open the gate for Natty. Dead end. Must be another way in.
Accio.
That looks as if it might raise the gate.
Leviosa. Capulso. Arresto momentum. Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Leviosa. Capulso. Accio. Arresto momentum. Leviosa. Depulso. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa! Revelio. Capulso. Accio. Capulso. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Depulso. Arresto momentum. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Depulso. Arresto momentum. Depulso. Arresto momentum. Accio. Arresto momentum. Depulso! Levioso! Arresto momentum. Depulso! Accio! Revelio!
Well done. I will be right up. I knew you could do it. This way. I will get the door. Hello, Homura. That is the main keep. My guess is that we'll find Hallow and the letter inside. We'll need to be careful once we get...
I hear them.
Yeah, restrain the beast!
High Wing.
Do you know that hippogriff?
Get this thing back to us now!
Very well. New plan. I get the evidence and you free that hippogriff. Agreed? This is our chance. Go!
Blast it! There's gotta be another way to get up to the roof. Somewhere. I hope Natty stays out of trouble.
Depulso! Levioso! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Levioso!
Not the safest place to sneak into.
Confringo! Levioso! Expelliarmus! Defender!
Rally behind strength, and you can't. Irondale's not half as tough as it sounds.
Confringo!
Something.
Levioso! Expelliarmus! Defender! Aloha Mora. Confringo! Revelio! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa.
I hope Natty's having an easier time of it.
Revelio.
You're going home in a wooden box! Leviosa!
Expelliarmus!
Incendio! Confringo!
Leviosa! Defender! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Alohomora. Confringo!
Highwing, it's all right. There we go.
There you are.
Come on.
Hello, Homura.
Hurry! There's the Hogwarts Express. Must be returning from an unscheduled run.
I wonder if anyone can see us from the castle. This is amazing!
It's incredible, isn't it?
How exciting.
It was exhilarating, wasn't it? I wasn't sure we were going to make it out alive.
There was no need to worry. I had it all under control.
Were you able to find the letter?
Summoned it straight out of Hallow's hands. I will say, I did not expect to see him cast the killing curse at us. He won't forget this. Be on your guard.
Of course. What did the letter say?
That Rookwood's looking for a phoenix. Not sure where he will find one. But it also included Hallow's orders to inspect that castle for the poachers. Enough to connect Hallow to the crimes. I shall deliver the letter to Officer Singer. She'll have to do something when she sees it. Now, tell me, where did you meet these hippogriffs?
I've only met Highwing before. Poppy introduced us.
Poppy Sweeting knows a hippogriff. Of course she does. Poppy will be relieved to know that Highwing's safe. I came to the right person for help. My mother will be worried. I must go. Seek me out soon. I shall have much to tell you.
When you have a moment, please stop by the Room of Requirement. Deke tells me he has something to share with you.
Highwing, go! No need to race now, my friend. Faster, Highwing! Slow down now. There we go. Confringo!
Not so tricky after all, Merlin.
Deke would like to talk with you when you have a moment.
Professor Howland will never believe this.
Deke would like to talk with you when you have a moment.
Hello, Deke. Professor Weasley said you wanted to tell me more about the loom.
Ah, hello. Yes, about that. Deke has had a thought. He... Seems the room thinks you need more space for your beasts. As Deke was saying, he's had a thought. Now, Deke knows how you can test the item of clothing that you enhanced in the enchanted loom. And perhaps help an old friend in the process.
What do you mean?
A house elf named Tobbs works for his master, retrieving leech juice in a cave near Hogwarts. Tobbs' master doesn't let him leave the cave, and Deke knows the cave is infested with spiders.
That sounds awful.
It is. Deke hasn't heard from his friend for a while now. As the item you wove in the loom has an enchantment that might be useful, Deke thought you could test it whilst checking on Tobbs.
Well, I suppose if looking for Tobbs also allows me to test my enchanted clothing, then I can do it.
Oh, thank you. Please let Deke know what you learn about Deke's old friend.
Good thing the owlery can wait.
Revelio. Confringo. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo.
It does help me.
Revelio. High wing, go! Faster, high wing!
What are you up to now?
This must be Tobbs's cave. I suppose I should head inside.
Expelliarmus! Incendio! Confringo! Confringo!
Tobbs's master is awful.
Tobbs? Tobbs? Deke sent me. Are you in here? Confringo! Leviosa! Confringo! Incendio! Confringo! Leviosa! Incendio! Defender! Leviosa!
It looks as if Tobbs was here some time ago. He must have headed deeper into the cave.
Confringo! Leviosa! Incendio! Defender! Incendio! Confringo! Confringo! Defender! Incendio! Confringo! 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 Incendio! Leviosa! Defender! Glacier! Flipendo! Confringo! Glacius! Flipendo! Mendo! Flipendo! Confringo! Glacius!
That didn't sound particularly reassuring.
Confringo! Arresto momentum. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Arresto momentum. Confringo. Confringo. Incendio. Arresto momentum. Defendo. Arresto momentum. Confringo. Incendio. Defendo. Confringo. Arresto momentum. Defendo. Incendio.
Ugh. Shame you're so foul.
Confringo!
Oh no. I have a feeling that house elf is Tobbs. Poor Tobbs. Left here alone with the spiders.
Confringo! Confringo!
That table looks familiar. Seems I'm back at the entrance to the cave. I'm back from the cave, Deke.
Wonderful. Deke hopes you gave Deke's best to Tobbs.
I'm sorry to tell you this, Deke, but Tobbs is gone. It seems he was unable to avoid the spiders in the end.
Oh my. Deke was afraid of this, alone in that cave for so long. Oh, poor Tobbs. Deke and Tobbs once shared the same master. When he died, we were separated. Deke always wished Tobbs had been sent to Hogwarts too. Deke feels lucky to serve such kind witches and wizards like you. Deke will miss his friend dearly, and will raise a glass to him with a heavy heart.
I'm truly sorry about your friend, Deke.
Thank you. You are very kind. Deke could use some time alone to think, if that's all right.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most included.
knowledgeable.
Hello, Adelaide. How are you and your uncle doing?
Very well, thanks to you. The more I learn about Ranrock's foul lot, the more astounded I am that my uncle survived. I looked back over his old owls and noticed that they included pertinent details about his rare metal deposits. I believe that Ranrock's fiends were after those deposits and that they needed my uncle's knowledge. He was willingly going to rot away in that cell to keep me safe.
Any other pertinent details about those owls?
Plenty. Uncle Roland couldn't be certain, but he thought he overheard goblins talking about infusing something into goblin silver. He wasn't sure what they meant, but something about the way they spoke of it made his skin crawl. Ugh, it's clear you saved my uncle from a very bad lot.
It was nothing at all, Adelaide. I'm just glad your uncle's safe.
So am I. Seeing him again was such a relief. I told him that he must remain vigilant from now on. I, for one, can't help but look over my shoulder now whenever I leave the castle grounds.
What do we have here?
I hope those assignments were challenging enough for you.
I've completed all of my tasks, Professor Onai.
Very well done. Although I must admit, I did have something of a premonition that you would follow through. Now, as you have no doubt sharpened your perception by completing my assignment, I am curious, based upon the knowledge that one's present and even one's past may reveal traces of what is to come. What do you see in your own future?
There will be hardship, I'm sure of it. But I see triumph in the end.
A measured perception. Very wise. Nothing worthwhile is ever easy, and that is why such futures are worth striving for. But this talk of tomorrow should not divert us from your present success. I shall inform our good deputy headmistress of your exemplary performance. And if that performance is any omen of what your future may hold, then I, for one, see great things. Channel your magic towards your targets. You have...
Professor, do you have a moment?
I do.
I was wondering how you decided to teach divination.
The art of divination is an important yet often misunderstood branch of magic. Those of us who possess the sight are rare, and, as is often the case with the unique among us, we can frequently be misread, even feared. When I was granted the opportunity to teach others about my gift and the good it can do, I was most grateful.
I see. Natty told me that you and she moved here from Uganda, where she had attended Wagadu.
Yes, Natsai and I both loved Uganda and Wagadu, but we are happily settled here now. I had foreseen such a change, but did not know the details until it occurred. I was glad of the outcome. You would be wise to remember that the consequences of our actions are complex. And so, divining what is to come is not as simple as gazing into a crystal ball or studying the bottom of a teacup.
I find it truly intriguing, even if I don't fully understand it.
Intriguing. That is one word for it. And I'm certain you will come to understand many things more deeply in the days ahead. You are a student at Hogwarts, after all. It cannot have escaped you that we in the Wizarding world are forever navigating the seemingly inexplicable.
Of course, Professor.
Now, I know that we both have places to be. Not because I have the sight, mind you, but because I am a professor and you are a student. I have enjoyed our conversation.
Descendo!
Excellent. I think you have it.
Defendo! Confringo! Incendio! Descendo!
At some point, you must stop caring and put your newly honed skills to the test. Outside.
Confringo! Incendio! Descendo!
She did say that.
I thought she did. I hope you know that it isn't true.
Well, of course you're going to say that.
I swear.
And your reading is The Dragon. That's exciting, I suppose. Perhaps you're due for an adventure.
Ladies.
Professor Shah.
Astronomy is not divination. You won't find the mysteries of the cosmos charted out on your palms or at the bottom of your teacups. Alas, the heavens remain hazy to the starry-eyed. Now, if you were to devote yourselves to persistent and painstaking observation, you just might catch a glimpse. With that in mind, please take your telescopes. Tonight we will be on the observation deck. Still don't have your own? You can't be the new student forever, you know. You can share with Mr. Takar.
Here, I can adjust that for you.
No, bring it into focus on your own. Now, I expect all of you to put in your stargazing hours outside of class. Is that clear?
But, Professor, it's freezing out.
Mere cold didn't stop the great stargazers of the past. Look only to the astronomy tables they erected throughout the highlands from which they gazed millennia ago on the very self-same stars above us. Is that clear? Dismissed.
Hello again. Brilliant class, wasn't it? I prefer astronomy over potions, don't you? Of course, we Ravenclaws tend to do well in any class.
Oh, hello, Amit. Nice to see you again.
Did I hear Professor Shaw say that you don't have your own telescope? I have a spare one you could borrow for the rest of term.
That's very kind of you, Amit. Are you sure you won't need it?
I'm certain. It's my old one. I finally got my hands on the new Celestia Contemplar. You've heard of it, I assume? I mean, of course you have. It's only the pinnacle of all personal stargazing implements. But my old model's not too shabby either. Goblin-cut glass, first-rate optical enchantments. Hate to think such a fine instrument is just collecting dust.
Well, thank you, Amit.
Think nothing of it. Anyway, the telescope's in the storage room right underneath us. You can't miss it. I have some, reading to finish on the lower deck. Come find me there afterwards, and bring the telescope. There's something I want to talk to you about.
Tried to put off my stargazing as long as I could. It's a dog, isn't it?
Not sure what you can learn from these astronomy tables that you can't learn from a cup of tea leaves.
The constellations are beautiful. Not sure they're worth dying of a cold for, but they...
Professor Shah's just about as cold and distant as the bloody stars she wants us to chart. Not how I wanted to spend my evening.
This was his old telescope. Looks practically brand new.
A pristine night for stargazing. Do not let it be wasted.
The perfect night for... Oh.
I have the telescope. It's nicer than I'd expected.
I would not offer a prospective stargazer a third-rate lunoscope. But there is, something else.
Yes, what is it?
You remember those astronomy tables Shaw was going on about? It just so happens I've been reading up on them a little myself. And it seems there may be one right here at Hogwarts. I believe we could use it to find hidden constellations.
I had a feeling there would be a catch to that telescope.
No. I certainly wasn't trying to bribe you or anything. But, are you in? No one from the Gobstones Club will go with me. Said they'd rather get spit at by a stone than... Well, they are cowards. Let us get moving while the stars are still out. I'll show you how to use that telescope once we get there. I promise.
No need to convince me. Let's get going.
Brilliant. You won't regret it. Shall we? The table is on a castle wall ahead. Look for a stone platform, something that doesn't quite belong. We'll know it when we see it. Onwards we go then. Some say the locations of the tables were originally marked by centaurs for ritual stargazing. It is nice having a fellow stargazer to explore with.
Happy to be here. It is good to leave the classroom now and then.
It's not that creepy out here at night, is it? The Gobstones Club are cowards. Here I am, charging ahead. Why don't you lead the way?
If you're sure.
A little foreboding.
A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about.
Oh, of course. It's just not as tidy as I expected.
Confringo!
More cobwebs. You don't think any spiders might be lurking about?
Oh no, not this close to school. I mean,
look, there's a table. I think you should do the honors. Go on, try it out. The constellation should appear near the center of your view. As soon as you've lined up the telescope, we will be able to fill out our star chart. Stargazing is all about patience and precision. I was right about the tables. They really are gateways to the far stars, just as the book said. And your contribution was invaluable. Rest assured, you shall be credited in my memoirs one day.
Whatever you say, Amit. Whatever you say.
Oh, you wait. You are going to be quoted saying just that. This is only the beginning. You will find more tables like this one throughout the grounds and forest, all beckoning to be discovered by a worthy astronomer. And if I have ever seen one, it's you. Oh, and about my old telescope, don't bother returning it. You should keep it.
That's quite generous. Thank you.
You are welcome. It has goblin-cut glass and a gobbledygook inscription. I'm practically fluent in gobbledygook, you know. It's all in the throat, really, gobbledygook, you know, and how you pronounce your R's. Anyway, glad our adventure was a success. I will see you soon. Never do get tired of seeing the astronomy tower at night. What a view.
I have learned of a wizard who is being harassed by Harlow. He may be able to provide the evidence we need to take Harlow down. We should speak with him together. Meet me at his home.
I assume you have news regarding the goblin you mentioned. Why don't we meet at the map chamber to discuss that and our next steps?